And now it's my great pleasure to introduce Derek Epp, Chief of the Tzeachten First Nation, and Glenn Wilson, Technical Director for the newly created soccer club, Tzeachten FC. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Hi.
How are you?
Thank you. Doing well.
Thanks.
First time, both of you on chillTV News of the Week.
You bet.
Yeah.
So this is exciting, a brand new soccer club for Chilliwack. Tell us a little bit about the origin story of all of this.
Yeah, I'd love to share it. So about 2 years ago, Tzeachten FC was actually developed just for a men's program. The intent was to eventually build a full-fledged club program for all ages and all levels of soccer. But again, it began about 2 years ago with the intent behind it was just to create more of an inclusive, accepting environment, and really with the focus of trying to integrate more Indigenous young adults and young men into a program, a men's program that just enables us to really work together and thrive and break down some of the barriers to soccer that I've seen over my 30 plus years playing soccer. And I played a lot of years in First Nations soccer as well and seen a lot of talent. But seen a big gap in the numbers of First Nations kids and youth playing in the general leagues across BC. And the eventual goal was I thought that Tzeachten had the capacity to take this on in a full-fledged club. And you fast forward 2 years, things have changed and things have progressed. And here we are with a really exciting initiative for the entire city of Chilliwack. This isn't just for Indigenous youth and kids. This is for the community of Chilliwack.
No, it's exciting. And Glenn, your resume is very long and very illustrious. I spent a lot of time with Chilliwack FC. What brought the move over, and what are your plans now that you're at Tzeachten FC?
Well, what primarily brought me over, I think, was in conversations with Derek, is the mandate to be a very accessible club. And I think there's a need for that in our community. I think there's a lot of young players in the community that are not playing community soccer. And we'd love to see them in the game and see the numbers grow. And I think that the plans that Tzeachten FC have and the excitement around the startup of the new club, I think that we're going to start to see some more realistic numbers for a community of this size.
Yeah.
In terms of what we're going to be doing and what the programming is going to look like, we want to embrace all ages, from the ages of 3 up to adult, boys and girls, all different levels. Our programming will be very much age-related, starting with our 3-year-olds who will participate with their parent or an older family member, right through the children and youth up to the adults. We want to be the club for players that aspire to playing at the highest levels as they grow older into university, and those that have dreams of professional soccer. We want to be that club for them. And we also want to be the club for players that are just happy playing soccer in a more recreational environment. And that's really important to us.
So this competition's good, but also the spirit of just playing.
Just playing soccer, playing and loving the game. And there's a phrase, soccer for life. And we very much want to follow that.
So I understand you're in an application process. Tell us a little bit about that and where you're at in that application process.
Yeah, so from Tzeachten's perspective, we felt like it was important to set up a society through Tzeachten First Nation called Tzeachten FC. We're just finalizing those due diligence process and finalizing the society incorporation, and then we'll be submitting our application to the Fraser Valley District, which BC Soccer actually provides the mandate for the Fraser Valley District to approve new clubs. So we're looking forward to submitting that application and getting the full support from the Board of Directors from the Fraser Valley District. So, and competition's good. I think in every municipality you see 2 clubs in a lot of municipalities. And,
yeah, well,
and
Chilliwack's growing too, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. Speaking of competition, this is a very tight timeline you've got going here. So, next month is May, and I understand that you're doing evaluations in May. What are those evaluations for? Is that for playing in September, or?
Yeah, it's for players that are looking to play starting in September in a development sort of competitive environment. So we will have open evaluations from U11s to U18s. That's 10-year-olds to 17-year-olds. And it's designed for those players that aspire to playing at the higher levels.
Right.
And we want to evaluate them and make sure that when they register with the club that we're putting them in the right environment based on their level of ability and what they aspire to in the game. Now, so that all kicks off at the beginning of May.
And I'm going to forget, so I'm going to ask right now, before I do forget, for parents or interested parties, where do they get that information? Where's the best place to go?
Yeah, so social media accounts, Facebook and Instagram right now.
So just Tzeachten FC?
Yeah, but then also our website should be up and running by the end of the week, which would be chillTV.ca. We also have emails set up. So there's Glenn at chillTV.ca, Derek at chillTV.ca, and we are happy to provide any and all information to help alleviate any stress or anything that parents might have.
Okay, now we're talking back about these tight time frames. You've got some things happening in July and August. What are those?
Well, the first time that we're going to hit the field as a club, beyond the evaluations at the beginning of May, is going to be with our soccer camps in July. They'll be held in July and in August, and soccer camps are generally a fun week of soccer for all ages, and we tend to find that we get the kids as young as 4 and 5 out there, and we spend the week having a lot of fun with the game. And then there's a bit of a break, and our development teams that we've evaluated in May, those players start to hit the field around mid-August for preseason.
Well, I mean, that's fantastic. And how many players do you actually feel, what your target is for this first year?
Right.
Because it's your first year.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a bit of a guess, but as an educated guess, I would be absolutely thrilled if we could hit a target of 700 players in our first year.
Wow, 700 players would be unbelievable.
It's a pretty aggressive target, but given the size of the community, I do think there's a lot of players out there that are not currently registered playing in the community. And since we're going to be a very accessible club and an inclusive club, I'd like to start to see some of those players come out. And I do feel that if we do a good job of that, we're going to start to see those numbers.
Yeah, well, this is your time to market, and I imagine you're going to be doing a fair bit of marketing. What would you like to tell our audience to help market the event?
Tzeachten FC, I think it's a club that's meant for the city of Chilliwack to be inclusive, diverse, accepting, exciting, something new, something different. I grew up playing soccer. I still play soccer. I still get the joy of the game. And really, for me, it's about, like Glenn said, soccer's a lifelong sport. And really, what we want to provide an avenue for all levels of players, coaches, and parents even, to come and enjoy the game that we have all grown up loving and really being able to get a lot of joy from. So for me, this is about the community and about doing something different for the community in a way that's going to meet the varying needs of our ever-growing city of Chilliwack.
Thank you, gentlemen, both for being on the program. For more information, remember it's Tzeachten FC. Check that on social media. And Chief Derek Epp and Glenn Wilson, thank you very much for being on the program. We'd love to have you back just to give us an update on how things are going with the application process as well as with all the other things that are happening up between now and September.
Great.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being on the show.